When I tell you, I saw this story and honey, I had to put my phone down. I had to walk away, come back because baby, this baby mama really sat on Instagram, y'all, and wrote a whole manifesto about this fine Nigerian man and make sure he is fine, baby, okay? He can compete against me back in the day when I was a fine nigga, okay? Let me tell y'all, this fine soccer dude, the same day TMZ spotted him out there with Cardi B in Venice. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't have an opinion. We all know I am the queen of having an opinion. I got a whole bunch of opinions and I got thoughts, but I also got questions. And my first question is you, boo. Why do females always wait till a biological male gets famous or moves on from your ass because he don't want to be with you to speak up? Why now? Why now? That's my issue with that is. So, honey, she said this fine man was beat that ass, cheated on her with men and women. She fucked up when she told me that because now I'm gonna take his ass. I'm about to take that man from all of y'all. That he belonged to me. Okay. She also said he abandoned 3-year-old son, crashed her car, didn't know how to show up for a kid's birthday, hospitalized the baby four times in December and never came to see the baby. And that's a lot. That's heavy. That's serious, right? But she stayed quiet. She stayed silent. She was over there posting him for Father's Day. And I'm talking about recently, Father's Day. We saw the screenshots, girl, talking about some happy Father's Day to the best dad ever. Hold up. But second ago, you was doing all that yada, yada, yada. That's why people don't be believing y'all females. I know I don't. But the second Cardi B takes him to dinner in Venice, Italy, with the pastas and all the fine dining. Now she got a voice. Now she got a platform. Now she want to tell us he's a effing demon who tried to destroy her life. Bitch, that's your life. Okay, I want that demon dick. Okay, I love effing on demon time. Okay, you shouldn't have told me that. Okay, now I'm gonna get him. Okay, the comments see it. The comments always see it. Why did it take her to see him with Cardi B to come out to do all this? Where was all this energy before? He did all this. You stayed quiet. Bro popped out with Cardi, and all of a sudden, you wrote now, like you woke up now, honey. The people are not stupid. And that comment got over 10,000 likes. Okay. The people are not stupid. The people see through the timing. We know exactly what time it is. And honey, we can talk about that grammar for a second because that's what everybody was talking about. Because I know some of y'all gonna say, Gigi, why are you focusing on how she wrote it instead of what she said? And to that, I say, because the grammar is part of the damn story. How you gonna be effed up grammar and you got kids? Who gonna teach your kid? If you don't know how to do correct grammar, how your kids gonna do correct grammar? Okay, but honey, he beating me. I bought a car. You don't take care of your 1-year-old son. Girl, if you're going to expose a man on the internet, at least run it through spell check. At least have a friend read this shit. Because when you write like that, people stop listening to the message and start clowning the messenger. And that's the damn problem, y'all. That's the real problem. When women come forward with all these allegations, especially against a powerful man, especially against a famous man, especially against a man who just got spotted with Cardi B, and the first thing people do is going to attack the woman. She's bitter, she's clout chasing, she ain't even spell, okay? And the actual allegations, the abuse, the abandonment, the child neglect, honey, it's going to get lost in the mess. So I'm not going to clown her grammar. I'm not going to do it because that's what they want. That's what the culture does. Dismiss the woman, protect the man, and move on. But I will say this. If you got something this serious to say it when it happens. Go to the police. I can't do shit about that shit. And I'm still going to take that nigga. Okay? Don't wait till he get famous. Don't wait till he get moves because if she think that shit gonna turn me off, it don't. Okay, and these bitches ain't get turned off by that shit either. Okay, they still gonna take that nigga. Okay, don't wait till Cardi takes his ass to Venice, right? Because the time it makes you look a little suspect, which you are. You're clout chasing. Okay, when you look suspicious, people don't believe you. Even when you telling the truth, if you telling the truth, I don't see no proof. But like I said, I don't give a damn. I'm still gonna take that nigga, okay? So, and he better have a big D. Now, if his ass don't got a big D, then I'm on her side, 10 toes down. Fuck that nigga. He don't get, you know what I mean? But if that nigga got a big D, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care what he do. But anyway, look, God blessed him, y'all. I can't get mad that God created a creation like that. Okay. Now let me talk about. Now let's get to the part everybody talking about. The part where she said this fine Nigerian dude was cheating on her with both sides. Okay, men and women. And y'all know what that means in our community. That means possibly DL. That means download. It don't mean that. I mean, did she say down low? No, she said bisexual. If she knows about it, then his ass is not that down low. If she knows, down low is when nobody knows. If she know, then that you ain't down low to me, honey. Okay, you just a bisexual dude, and honey, you fine. Whatever. Okay, look. According to the comments are eating this up, all right? Because y'all love gay shit. The straight community love gay content, okay? Lord, another punk. That's what somebody said. Well, most of them are punks, honey, okay? And your son is a punk. Your daddy is a punk, okay? Deal with it and stop raising them to be straight. Raise them to be honest about who they are, and you wouldn't have that issue. Don't get mad at me because they don't want you, because a punk is nothing but a nigga that rejects the coochie. He don't want the coochie, bitch. Okay, and you mad because he don't want your ass? That's why you call him a punk. Okay, anyway, move on. Cardi obviously enjoys attending the zesty festies. That's what people are saying. No, I don't know about that. If that's the case, then all of y'all enjoy the zesty festies, because before I came out as gay and did my transition shit, bitch, your bitch was all on my dig-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, okay? I had these hoes lined the fuck up. Ever since I was young, I always had girls hitting on me. So if that's the case, all you bitches like zesty festies, okay? Cardi is attracting punks. That's what you guys keep saying. But I think y'all just saying that to try to hurt her, because all of y'all attracted to the shit. All of y'all got down low niggas. All of y'all got gay down low sons. All of y'all got gay fathers. Honey, I done fucked a few of y'all daddies. Okay? Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you so. You can try to joke all that shit, but the jokes are always going to fall back on you and your motherfucking home. The internet loves gay scandal in the black community. Okay? It's not the whole internet. It's just the black community. The internet loves outing men. The internet loves making jokes about gay and bi men while ignoring the real issues. But here's what I want y'all to think about. Here's what I want y'all to sit with. If this fine Nigerian dude is gay or bi, and I'm saying if because we don't know, shit, these baby mamas is only source, and she clearly got an agenda. And then why is that the scandal? Why is that the expose? Why is he cheated with men the worst than he cheated with women? Why is he likes both sides more shocking than he beat me and abandoned his son? Because these bitches don't give a damn about getting beat. Hell, a nigga can beat their ass and she's still gonna go back 5 times 10. But you know what? A bitch can say he's gay and she's still gonna go back. You know how many bitches that called me and say, can you please, can begging me, this before I transitioned when I was a man. Can you please let go of my man? Okay? Girl, please. Y'all don't give a damn, okay? Y'all are desperate for some ding-a-ling, and that's sad. I ain't never had no issue. I ain't never been desperate for no nigga, okay? But the abuse story, the neglect is the story. The child being hospitalized 4 times while the father was absent. I feel like this. Women, pick better fathers, okay? I mean, they were creating bastards. They were not married. You gotta be obedient to Jesus if that's what you claim that your religion is, and He ain't never gonna tear you wrong. But when you in the world doing what you want to do, you gonna get with a down low gay man or a man that don't want to be a father. Okay, if a man, all men say they want kids. Just because they want kids don't mean they really want to be a father and they know how to be a father. You question that and you get to know this man before you open your legs. And why can't you wait until marriage? Well, what is the motherfucking rush? Because you're always having these bastard kids and being upset that the nigga leaving you. Okay, that's the story. But y'all don't care about none of that. All y'all care is about DL, DL, DL. And you keep on saying DL and try to shame it as if it's going to make a gay man into a straight man. That shit don't work. They still ain't going to want that puss. You cannot shame, you can shame a straight man or a gay man into acting straight, pretend to be straight, but he still ain't gonna want that shit. And all you gonna get is this another Nigerian man, a whole bunch of fake marriages, a whole bunch of niggas with kids that really don't want them motherfucker. They're just doing it for survival. If that's what you want, that's what you will get. It's not my problem. I don't got, that's not my issue, honey. And let me tell you something about them Nigerians. Let me tell you something about that country. In Nigeria, homosexuality is banned. Banned. You can go to prison for being gay. You can get killed for being gay. The culture over there, and I'm not talking about all Nigerians. I'm talking about the system, the law, the religious extremists. That country breeds down low men. It forces men into the closet. It forces men to hide. It forces men to marry women, have babies, pretend to be straight, all while they're living a double life. And it's not the man's fault. It's the system fault. It's the system that's forcing them because they don't want to have a motherfucking gay pride. Okay? They don't want a gay man to be happy with being gay. They want you to be miserable like the rest of the straight men. Okay? So, honey, I cannot blame him. I cannot blame him for being down low because his mama, his daddy, his culture, his country forced that shit on him since he was a little boy. They said, be a man, marry a woman, have babies, don't be gay. And he did exactly what they told him to do to survive. He did what he had to do to stay safe. He did what he had to do to keep his career, his family, and his life, okay? And I sympathize with that. I sure do because I was forced in that motherfucking same closet. I was raised Christian Catholic. I was forced to perform straightness. I was forced to be something I wasn't. I know what it's like to have your family, your culture, your community tell you what you're doing is wrong, that who you love is disgusting, that you need to hide that shit, you need to suppress that shit, you need to pray that shit away. So if this fine Nigerian dude is out here living a double life, if he's out here sleeping with men while sleeping with women, if he's out here hiding his truth because he's scared of what people will say, I get it. I understand that shit. I don't condone the cheating. I don't condone the abuse, but I do understand the DL. I understand why he stays hidden because this world, especially in the black community, especially in Nigeria, especially anywhere that bans homosexuality in the black community, it may not be law, but in the black community, they still ban homosexuality. It's not kind to gay men. They don't celebrate gay men. They're not happy that gay men are happy with themselves. It's not kind of bisexual men either. It's not kind of trans women. Honey, we get killed for just being our happy selves. Y'all might get disowned. Hell, you might get thrown out. I say, listen, disown your parents before they disown you. That's what I'm planning to do. But unfortunately, I just got some parents that would not let me go. Okay. I was ready to get a divorce when I was 13. I was like, I want a parent divorce. Now, mind you, I didn't come out the time of them. I just wanted a motherfucking divorce because I already made up my head what the fuck it was. That's another story for another day. But let me be strong about this. Let's be very clear. I blame the heterosexuals. I sure do. I blame the parents. I blame the culture. Stop forcing your kids to perform straightness. If both parents would allow their kid to express themselves honestly about their sexuality, if they wouldn't get upset, if they wouldn't get disgusted when their child says, I'm gay, I'm bi, I like boys, then you would have no DL men. The closet wouldn't exist because, hello? You created this shit. That's on y'all. You want a man to be honest. You want a man to be open. Then stop punishing him when he is. Okay, stop disowning him when he's honest. Stop throwing him out when he's honest. Stop beating him when he's honest. Stop praying over him when he's honest. Stop sending him to conversion therapy when he's honest. Stop telling him he's going to hell. Because when you do all that, you don't fix him, honey. You don't make his ass straight. You can't make his ass straight. It ain't an even big of it. I wish a bitch would tell me I'm going to hell. You know I'm going to tell that motherfucker. I'm going to tell that bitch. I said, listen, okay? You better make sure you go to heaven, okay? You better be faithful to your wife. You better not cheat. You better get rid of that lust spirit you got. You better get rid of that lying spirit you got. Because one slip up, bitch, I'm going to catch your ass in hell, and I'm going to F you up every time in hell, bitch. So you better make sure you get to heaven. And these same people, they can't tell you the scripture of salvation. They can't tell you the scripture of Jesus said he loved people. They're going to burn in hell too, okay? And when we go to hell, I'm going to catch their ass on sight every fucking time, okay? So I can't wait to that motherfucking day. But, baby, besides that point, honey, you make him live a double life. And then y'all got the nerve to be mad when you find out. Honey, when you find out he's been on the down low this whole time, when you find out he's been sleeping with men behind your damn back, honey, you better look at what you created. You better look at what you create, what you built, what you nurtured. You force him into this, okay? So don't come crying to me about why all these men are so down low. Why did you create your boys to be down low? Why did you force your boys into the closet? Because, honey, you are why. Your homophobia is why. Your religious extremist is why. Your inability to accept your own child truth is why. And when you say, well, he needs some therapy, he needs to unpack that. No, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got going to no therapy. Do you know black straight men going to motherfucking therapy? They ain't, you know what, drugs is their therapy. Pow, pow, shoot them up is their therapy. Going to the strip club is their therapy. Y'all ain't going to no motherfucking therapy. So if you think a man's going to go to therapy to unpack his sexuality, bitch, you tripping. He going to deal with that shit the best way he can. And and for a lot of men, the best way they can even stay DL is to stay hidden. It's to stay in the closet, because the alternative, being out, being proud, being honest, is dangerous. They're going to bash you. It's going to cost you your life, your family, shit, anything else, your mental wealth. Okay. So, honey, let me tell you something else. These parents who claim they love their kids, they still don't want their sons to come out openly. Honey, they don't want to see their son at no picnic with another man. They don't want to see their son at the birthday party holding hands with another black man. They don't want to see their son having a family with another man. Imagine your son and another man with some kids. They don't want to see it. They don't want to be around it. They'd rather have a DL son. They'd rather have a son that's going to pretend. They'd rather have a son who pretends to be straight, who marries a woman, who has babies, who lives a lie, as long as he looks straight, which majority of them doing, as long as he performs straightness, as long as he doesn't embarrass them in public. They don't care about if he's miserable inside. Nobody gives a fuck about y'all happiness. Tell me something. Well, why don't you just be happy? Bitch, you don't give a damn about a black man's happiness. Y'all need to stop. You don't give a damn about their happiness. They don't care. That's why they lying to his wife, okay? Okay. They don't care. That's why he's living a double life. They just don't care. All they care about is it looks normal, okay? And that's the hypocrisy. That's the fucking problem. You say you want honesty. You say you want the truth, but you can't handle the truth. Because the second your son tells you he's gay, mama, You gonna reject his ass. You gonna shame him. You gonna question him. Well, how you become gay? And when did this happen? And why you gotta do it? If he comes out 18, 19, well, you think you're too young? Well, I don't know about this. You're gonna be in your feelings. You're gonna take it personal because you think everything is about you. It ain't about you. You gonna tell him his ass to hide it? You'd rather for he to be DL miserable than openly and happy. So, honey, so stop with the hypocrisy, okay? Stop pretending that you care about the damn truth. You don't. You care about appearances. You care about aesthetics. You care about what people think. You care about your reputation more than your child's happiness. And honey, since we're talking about it, let's talk about this Trump administration for a second, because this is relevant. This is real. The Trump administration, they pushing a DL culture. They don't want you to be happy about being gay and throwing them goddamn rainbow flags, okay? They don't want you to be prideful. They don't want you waving flags, marching in them damn parades. They want your ass to be hidden. They want you to be ashamed. They want you in that closet, in the dark, where they don't have to see you. Because when you're out, when you're proud, when you're visible, you demand rights. You demand respect. You demand equality. And they don't want that. They want your ass small. They want you scared. They want you invisible so they can pass laws. They can ban books. They can fire teachers. They can attack trans kids. They can do everything they can do to push you back in that damn closet. And it's working. It's working because more and more men are going back down low. Okay, they're going to church. Ooh, hallelujah, I got saved. I'm straight again. Bullshit. They're going back in the closet in droves. More men are hiding. More men are pretending to be straight nowadays because they're scared of losing their job, their family, their lives, their reputation, and the mamas and the baby mamas. The women who marry these men, they are collateral damage, girl. They are the victims of a system that forces men to lie. They are the ones who get hurt when the truth comes out. But I don't blame the DL man. I blame the system. I blame homophobia. I blame the root of the problem. I blame the parents. I blame the churches. I blame the government. I blame Trump's. They created this shit. They maintain this and they profit from it, and they want you to stay down low forever. But let's get back to this baby mama, okay? Because, honey, you know I can go on a rant. You know I can go on a rant. Let's get back to this baby mama culture, because this is bigger than her. This is bigger than that fine Nigerian dude. This is bigger than Cardi B. This is about a woman who make bad decisions and then blame everybody else. She picked that Nigerian dude. She stayed with that Nigerian dude when he went upside her head. She had his baby. She stayed quiet while he allegedly beat on her. She stayed quiet while he allegedly cheated on her. She stayed quiet while, and not only quiet, she stayed. She stayed and be quiet while he allegedly abandoned their sons. Then the second he gets spotted with somebody else more famous, more powerful, more successful, she jealous. Now she wants justice. Now she wants sympathy. Now she wants the internet rally behind her. Honey, the comments said at birth, girl, we do not give a fuck. I know I don't. If you didn't speak on this before Cardi, don't speak on this shit now. So many errors. So if you wasn't posted with Cardi, would this shit even come out or nah? Clearly nah, because she was just on the internet praising him for being the best father in the world for Happy Father's Day, honey. You know Father's Day was last month in June. The people are not stupid. The people see the damn pattern. A lot of these baby mamas do this same shit. The people are tired of these baby mamas using celebrity connections for clout. And I'm so sick and tired of it too. Honey, I'm tired of these women who prostitute themselves for famous men, have babies by famous men, then cry on the internet when it doesn't work. I'm tired of women who don't protect themselves, who don't protect their kids, and then expect the world to feel sorry for them. I'm tired of the women who make every wrong decision a woman can make and then blame the man, blame the culture, and blame everybody else, okay? So here's my message. Here's what I want y'all to take from this. make better choices, pick better partners, protect your kids. And if you got something to say it when it matters, not when it's trending. The baby mama is not a victim. She is a casualty tale. She, look, she what, she what, look, she is what happens when you pick a man for his potential instead of his damn character, when you stay with a man who beats you because you're scared to be alone, when you have a baby by a man who ain't ready to be no damn father, when you stay quiet through all of it and then expose when he moves on. And let's not be foolish. She was warned. They told her ass all this before she got with him, but she want to do what she want to do, like most of them do. But honey, look, don't be her. Be smarter. Be stronger. Be earlier. Speak up when it hurts and not when it gets you likes. And to Cardi, baby, I love you, but you might want to start vetting these men a little bit harder. Background check, a Google search, a hey, do you have any baby mamas who might expose your ass? Because this is getting predictable, girl. This is getting tired and the internet is getting bored. Y'all, I love y'all. I thank you for rocking with me. I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with your baby mama who needs to hear it. Share this with a woman who's staying quiet when she should be speaking up, because this is what Cardi B, because she clearly needs a vetting team, okay? Yeah, you need to share this shit with Cardi. And remember, protect your peace, protect your kids, and protect your timing, because once you lose credibility, you lose everything. And I'm out. Bye.